You know, the next thing is, man, Craig Mack was the one that jumped Bad Boy off. And you know, and they so bad that Craig Mack, who died from AIDS, that man, he got brainwashed so bad from Diddy and got done so wrong. The man went to South Carolina and joined a cult with his family until he died of AIDS a few years ago.
I was like a sex slave, okay? For them, that's what I was. That's all right? I caught and I came back and I sued him for the reason and won. But
yes.
I mean, he actually caught HIV, like having like a lot of women.
Oh yeah, let's just go down the rabbit hole of all of his sins.
I'm just saying.
You want to know what's wild about that though? He faced that head up.
He did.
He didn't stop doing what he's done.
Diddy might have entered jail with legal trouble, but now he's caught up in a serious health scare. Reports claim his medical file is stacked with all kinds of STDs and whatever's in there has inmates on edge. For months, rumors have swirled about Diddy dealing with something major. Allegedly an STD, especially since he showed up to court looking way skinnier than usual. Some internet theories say Diddy was getting down in prison with groupies and may have passed or picked up an infection. Reports now suggest the weight loss isn't just about missing his luxury meals. Word is, his body's breaking down from something deeper. HIV rumors are growing, and with his wild bedroom history, it's not shocking. From secret flights to male escorts, closed-door freak-offs, and no rules, Diddy's rep is reckless. He was throwing wild parties with both men and women, no protection, no limits, just oil and raw action. And let's not forget when the feds raided his spots and found nearly 1,000 bottles of baby oil, but no sign of protection kits. Not a single hint of safety.
And they seized cases and cases of the kinds of personal lubricant and baby oil that Combs' staff allegedly used to stock hotel rooms for the freak-offs. More than 1,000 bottles altogether.
Now people are calling those freak-off parties straight-up disease zones. And the fallout is starting to show. Multiple women have come forward claiming they caught herpes from men tied to Diddy's crew. Things got even messier when Jaguar Wright jumped in and lit a fire under it all. In an interview with Real Life Productions, she held nothing back. She said Diddy's been battling HIV for a while and he's not the only one. According to her, there's a list of 20 other industry guys who are also infected, and she has their names. She says she's holding on to the list for her own show, but called it a much bigger issue than people realize.
Could have that opportunity just like everybody else.
I mean, he actually caught HIV, like having like a lot of women.
Oh yeah, let's just go down the rabbit hole of all of his sins.
I'm just saying.
You want to know what's wild about that though? He faced that head up.
He did.
He didn't stop doing what he's done.
He an advocate. Now he did that. And
period. Listen to me. He faced that head up. How many dudes is running around undetectable? G.
Come on.
In the game.
Now every celeb who's been close to Diddy is getting side eyes, and one of the main names floating around is Usher. There are real reports and lawsuits accusing him of infecting others. Usher and Diddy go way back. Usher even lived with Diddy in New York when he was just 13. He told the whole story on Howard Stern and made it sound cool at first.
I moved to New York City. And I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you over to something called Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
To learn
Flavor Camp?
Yeah,
Flavor
that's
Camp.
what it was called. And you're going to go to Puff Daddy's. He's going
In the 90s, do you understand what that's like?
Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks and like nonstop, right?
No, not really.
Come on.
But hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
But then he got weird about it as the convo went on. Said it was a very curious environment and that he wouldn't let his kids near such events.
I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at.
Would you ever send your kid to Puffy Camp?
Hell no.
See, if something dark really went down back then, and if Diddy's been battling STDs like the rumors, then Usher might be carrying more than just memories from those days. Especially now that he's facing multiple lawsuits accusing him of allegedly passing herpes to 2 women and 1 man. But the rabbit hole goes even deeper. Back in 2018, a name surfaced that most people ignored at the time: Jonathan Audi, a former adult film actor. He made headlines after a violent breakdown at Trump's Dorado Resort, opening fire while law enforcement scrambled to figure out what pushed him over the edge. Then things got even more bizarre. Audi began naming names, claiming he was coerced into sexual encounters with both Diddy and Cassie. He didn't stop there. He claimed he personally witnessed disturbing things involving Cassie during that time, adding even more fuel to an already raging fire.
I was like a slave, okay? For them, that's what I was. That's all right? I caught and I came back and I sued him for the robberies and won. But they did.
It's been said that a lawsuit was quietly settled to keep the noise down. Back then, people brushed Jonathan Audi off as just another unstable guy. But now, his photo reportedly popped up in court as one of Diddy's hired escorts, and suddenly, the streets are listening. Shockingly, Kim Porter's name is being dragged back into this mess too. Questions about her death are getting louder. There had always been whispers and conspiracy theories, but now some claim to have seen her real autopsy and say Kim was HIV positive before she passed. Whether that's true or not is unclear, but the rumor is spreading. Kim wasn't just an ex, she was the mother of Diddy's kids, lived with him, and partied with him. If she was positive, people are asking how. Where did it come from? The timeline's fuzzy, and now folks are wondering if her death was timed to silence more than just grief. And it doesn't end there. Craig Mack, one of Diddy's original artists and the voice behind Bad Boy's breakout hit, also died from AIDS-related causes back in 2018.
You know, the next thing is, man, Craig Mack was the one that jumped Bad Boy off. And you know, Nick so bad that Craig Mack, who died from AIDS, that man, he got brainwashed so bad from Diddy and got done so wrong, the man went to South Carolina and joined a cult with his family until he died of AIDS a few years ago.
Craig Mack and Diddy had a serious falling out once Craig realized he was being used. Now, people are connecting the dots, asking if Craig really just left the music scene, or if he saw something disturbing behind Diddy's freaky lifestyle and chose to vanish. Whatever the truth is, it's hard to ignore the pattern. Too many people in Diddy's orbit end up dead, infected, or silenced. The ones who don't, they either got paid off or scared into silence. Now let's talk hush money. Diddy's camp has long been accused of dropping serious cash to keep lips sealed. Names are being thrown out: Cyrus, French Montana, Meek Mill. The word is, they all took that don't speak payment. And honestly, when you dig into it, it doesn't seem that far-fetched. Remember when Lil Rod exposed a Philly rapper who used to date Nicki Minaj? Everyone instantly assumed he meant Meek Mill, even though he didn't drop a name. Then Meek went online and practically confirmed it himself with a cryptic tweet about his powerful voice as a black man being under attack. He claimed people were trying to silence him and even offered $100,000 for an investigation into the smear campaign. But too many, it felt like pure damage control. Then, just as the heat was rising, a video surfaces Meek poolside with Diddy, looking way too comfortable. And that's when folks really started asking questions.
Hey, what's up, King Son? Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, Daddy. You putting in that work. Proud of you. I love you. Yeah.
Then things got even crazier. One of Diddy's former bodyguards allegedly leaked an audio clip that supposedly captured Diddy and Meek in a surprisingly intimate moment.
What? Yo, wait a minute. Wait, ha!
Word on the block is that Diddy's allegedly getting freaky behind bars too. Rumor has it he's got a whole fan club of prison groupies guys lining up, not just to make his bed, but literally fighting for the chance to do it.
According to you, the inmates are fighting over making his bed.
Yep, well, really, according to Lisa Evers, I want to give her credit.
Gotta give her credit, because insiders are claiming Diddy's been allegedly getting down with these prison groupies in ways we can't even describe here. And in jail, where protection isn't exactly easy to come by, the risks are off the charts. Suddenly, all the whispers are starting to make sense. Diddy might not just be facing legal charge, he could be staring down a body count of people he allegedly infected, manipulated, or paid to stay silent. And if even a fraction of this turns out to be true, he'll be buried in lawsuits for years to come. So now the real question is, how many people got pulled into Diddy's world? And just how deep does this rabbit hole really go? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you thought this was wild, don't miss the next jaw dropper on your screen right now. It's just as insane.